Okay, hi and assalamualaikum, and welcome to our weekly live chat on Facebook and YouTube, which we call Kurus Talk Santai Q&A bersama dengan saya Kevin Zahri. And as always, kita akan meluangkan about an hour or so untuk pelbagai soal jawab kesihatan, kawalan berat badan, kehidupan, isu semasa, senaman, supplement, and really anything and everything. And before we get started, if it's your first time here, yeah, thank you so much for joining us buat kali yang pertama. And if you are a regular, yeah, welcome back as well. Sangat menghargai sumbangan dan masa yang anda luangkan bersama dengan kita pada malam ini. And yeah, do let me know dalam ruangan komen if you can hear me loud and clear. And kita akan bermula as always secepat mungkin untuk menjawab sebarang pertanyaan yang anda ada. And now how you can participate in this live talk, you can mengemukakan sebarang pertanyaan dalam ruangan komen kita yang disediakan. And yeah, the quicker you ask a question, the faster kita akan dapat berpeluang untuk menjawabnya, because usually during the second half of the segment there can be quite a lot of questions, and yeah, siapa cepat dia dapat. Ya, so saya harap anda semua are having a great week so far. It's already Tuesday, ya, 20 hari bulan September. Cepat masa berlalu. And if you are in our current program, bukan soal kurus or Jum kurus, I do hope that para peserta teruskan semangat untuk kurangkan berat badan. We have a really amazing season yang sedang berlangsung dengan ya, pelbagai peserta daripada seluruh Malaysia. And if you are in the program, yeah, thank you so much for joining us. And I hope that you're learning a lot. And I hope that ia membantu anda dari segi kawalan berat badan. And if you have not joined our program yet, you are always welcome to layari bukansoalkurus.com. We have a really amazing online community dengan pelbagai ilmu perkongsian, virtual workouts, mental health segment, pemakanan dan macam-macam lagi. Yeah, do check it out. Nothing to lose, but really only so much more to gain. Yeah, bukansoalkurus.com. So what's been going on? Yeah, there's a question here daripada Nurul. Boleh join lagi tak, coach? The bukansoalkurus.com registrations are really ongoing sepanjang masa. We have a monthly program juga, which we call cabaran 30 hari. I'm going to show you the visual. Yeah, so we have a monthly challenge. Yeah, cabaran 30 hari. The next cabaran will bermula officially on the 1st of August juga. And then akan terus berjalan bulan ke bulan as always. The bukan soal kurus musim, we have it usually 2 kali setahun sahaja. But antara musim-musim itu, usually we have a lot of other smaller cabaran. And we also have ramai peserta yang menyertai our annual membership. We have an annual membership to our programs yang merangkumi or includes segala-gala cabaran sepanjang tahun juga, supaya again tak perlu rasa tertekan cabaran 30 hari je and then habis kau. So usually I highly recommend you to join an annual program or even our 6 months program, supaya at the end of the day it does not become tekanan and you can mencari rentak keseimbangan untuk menjadikannya konsisten sepanjang masa. Kalau you Yahoo untuk sebulan, then it's okay. But then bila you dah burn out at the end of the month, then it's quite difficult untuk kekalkan rentak itu. So having a longer term commitment gives you a bit of ruang untuk bernafas, and you can engage, disengage, engage, disengage with us pada bila-bila masa. Alright, so let's get to our Q&A. And again, it doesn't have to be soalan tentang kesihatan semata-mata. You can ask me really anything and everything. During the last week, a lot of messages I've been getting is about my personal life, my life in Germany, sekolah dekat Malaysia. So if you have questions seumpama itu, you are more than welcome untuk mengemukakannya juga. There is no right or wrong question. We will discuss everything secara intellectually bersama. Alright, so question here daripada Kamaria. Assalamualaikum, waalaikumsalam. Bagaimana nak konsisten dalam journey kekalkan berat selepas capai target terasa sukar untuk konsisten? Ada tip tak, coach? Now, I always tekankan in our program is that there is no penghujung kepada perjuangan kurus kau. There is no end. It's not a 6-week program or 30 hari punya program or 6 months program. It should be komitmen diri sendiri, Kamaria, untuk sepanjang hayat. So the niat should be, kalau katakanlah berat sekarang is 80 kilo, okay, yes, along my journey untuk kurangkan berat badan, there are a lot of pit stops, mungkin 75, 70, then 65, mungkin 60, but then you must tanamkan niat and tanamkan niat that once you capai 60%, that you're not going to lepas tangan begitu sahaja and allow the weight to rebound. So you must have a plan untuk kekalkan berat badan, and kekalkan berat badan is a lot easier daripada kurangkan berat badan, kecuali if your perjuangan to kurangkan the berat badan is very extreme, sangat drastic, no gula, no minyak, no joy, semuanya agak sihat belaka. Then once you mencapainya, kau dah merdeka, then kebarangkalian you will let go and you will rebound semula. So my advice, as I always say, jangan ada pendekatan, hitam putih, do or die approach. Find some kind of wasatiyah, some kind of keseimbangan, so that you can slowly enjoy the journey untuk kurangkan berat badan, and then have a plan untuk then kekalkannya dengan again pilihan yang baik, pilihan yang kurang baik, but jangan mengharapkan kesempurnaan. Consistency is not about perfection. Consistency is about a balance of good choices and bad choices yang menyokong and stabilkan your usaha untuk kekalkan berat badan. So even I've been in the kekalkan game for 20 years or so. My berat badan might yo-yo 1-2 kilo plus or minus, but generally always maintain. So I generally always have every day good choices. Every day ada bad choices juga, but in a balance that suits my keseimbangan. Sesetengah peserta, bila nak kurangkan berat badan dia je all the way. Bila dah berjaya merdeka, then dia agak ke laut all the way. It's very stressful, and when the journey is stressful, memang sukar untuk consistent. So to be consistent, you must have a balance yang menyokong your perjuangan matlamat, but at the same time, it must make you happy. If it's happy, it's easy untuk kekalkan the journey, and that's where makanan minuman yang menggembirakan tu penting dalam keseimbangan pilihan makanan yang menggembirakan. And then we have Afifa di sini, orang kuat kita. The big why yang super strong, and ada banyak list why. The why is something suka hati engkau. We have a baju pun that is suka hati aku, suka hati engkau. When you have a big why in your life, and it doesn't always have to be a big why. It can even be a small why, and it can be really anything and everything. But yang paling penting, it must be about you. Diri sendiri. It's great if you do it untuk your kids or your parents or untuk orang yang tersayang, that's fine. But you must menyayangi diri sendiri first and foremost, because you are going to be stuck with you selama-lamanya until you menemu ajal suatu hari nanti. So you have to be consistent untuk diri sendiri supaya you become that big why. It's okay if the big why or small why for diri sendiri berubah. I'm in my 40s now. My why now and my why di 20-an berbeza. My why di 20-an maybe is to, I don't know, usaha ke apa ke, single, cari teman. It's different objectivity. And then when I was in my 30s, my big why is for my kids, to be an active dad for them. Now I'm in my 40s. My why, again, untuk diri sendiri, is untuk enjoy quality kehidupan, elak kecederaan, be as active as I can now, because nak tak nak, I will only be as young as I am today. You will only be as young as you are today. So I want to appreciate penghargaan kesihatan supaya when I do get older, ya 50-an dan 60-an, I can enjoy quality kehidupan dengan sebaik-baiknya. So that's my why. But again, it doesn't always have to be a big why. It can just be a normal why pun tak. Ya, waalaikumsalam. Ya, if you're just joining us, welcome to our live talk. If you haven't done so yet, please share this session dengan kawan-kawan seperjuangan. Semoga mereka juga mendapat manfaat bersama. Suhail. Yeah, Suhail is our PIC for our badminton event this weekend. Yeah, if you like to or would like to join our badminton event this weekend, the X Park Sunway. We're doing ladies doubles and men's singles. Again, very santai crowd. So jangan risau. Everybody is very beginner and can enjoy the game. Yeah, do reach out to find out more information. Do layari our Bukan Soal Kurus Instagram or join our Telegram group, which is open to everyone. So soalan Suhail. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Boleh tahu nasihat pasal knee guard? Bila kita nak pakai knee guard and bila kita tak boleh pakai knee guard. Now, I would wear a knee guard or wrist guard or any kind of compression gear kalau I feel macam there is something wrong dengan the struktur lutut or still belum pulih recover fully, then I would pakai a knee guard just to again support the knee structure dengan lebih baik, kuatkan the compression supaya your knee tak berdepan dengan stres yang berlebihan. That's really my only, there's no real tak boleh nak pakai. Of course, dia menghindari sikit the fluidity of the pergerakan because something is holding on to the movement, but that's the idea, to compress it. So the only time perhaps I would not wear it if I really want to do explosive pergerakan yang nak laju, so then I probably would not wear it. But again, there's nothing wrong dengan memakainya if dia membantu mengurangkan risiko kecederaan. Ya, daripada Zaki, inch loss and weight loss, which one is better? Seluar saya yang dulu ketat dah boleh pakai tapi berat sama je. Now, inch loss is great, and kadang-kadang when you are dalam perjuangan kurangkan berat badan, you kurangkan lemak, menambah otot, but berat tak berubah. But because you hilang lemak and you tambah otot, they offset each other and berat tak berubah, but baju tu makin longgar. That is really good. That is not plateau berat badan kau. And I would not say one is better than the other. But if you are in the permulaan perjuangan kurangkan berat badan, it's quite normal because ramai orang berdepan dengan senaman yang baru. But just keep going. Eventually, the muscle gain tends to slow down. And then if you continue the pemakanan yang lebih baik, then the weight loss will come. So for some people yang tidak bermasalah berat badan, sometimes when they do senaman yang berkualiti, they don't have inch loss ke apa, they actually tambah berat badan, but they look a lot better because again penambahan otot. So yes, again, don't just focus kepada angka berat badan semata-mata. Always celebrate pelbagai non-scale successes, termasuklah inch loss dalam perjuangan kurus itu. Alright, daripada sorry, I scrolled down a bit too far. Let me see. Ya, Afifah, again, coach, macam mana nak handle orang yang nak diet tapi tak ada usaha langsung? Yeah, if you are a coach, and I actually I don't label myself a coach. I rather call myself cikgu fitness, because I suka mengajar. But you kena bayangkan this macam you cikgu sekolah. Our niat, our peranan is to mendidik, mengajar, membimbing, memotivasikan para pelajar, para peserta. But tangga usaha kejayaan is up to the pelajar. So dalam sekolah pun ada beberapa pelajar yang memang bermotivasi lain macam, ada beberapa orang yang mungkin kurang bermotivasi. We cannot help everyone. And at the end of the day, our job is not to menjamin kejayaan sesiapa. Our job is to membimbing, mendidik and memotivasikan and memberi dorongan kepada mereka. Semoga mereka dapat, what is it called? Dapat cahaya motivasi untuk menjalankannya. But success, quote unquote failure, perjuangan ini is antara diri sendiri dengan diri sendiri. If you nak, you boleh. But if you tak nak, kurang motivasi, tak ada usaha, even coach yang terbaik dunia pun cannot really do anything because coach tu pun bukannya berkepit dengan kau 24 jam. And if you go to camp motivasi yang semua orang joget, dance, you akan semangat sekejap untuk program tersebut. Mungkin dia akan spill over untuk seminggu dua, but at the end of the day you are again stuck with diri sendiri, and you have to be your biggest motivator in this journey of life, not this journey of kurus, but this journey of life. You must be your biggest motivator, but kadang-kadang it is the opposite. We are kadang-kadang our worst critic. And it's okay that everybody ada suara kritikan dalaman, but your suara motivasi dalaman must be louder than suara kritikan. So your suara positivity must be louder than your suara negativity. And that is so important untuk kita latih hari-hari. Be aware of benda yang creates negativity. Fine, but you need to also be aware of benda yang create positivity, family, cuti, senaman, kesihatan, there's a lot of things. So you have to make sure those things are stronger than the influence yang negative, supaya it always helps you untuk seboleh-bolehnya memajukan diri. But there will be times when the suara negative gets a bit louder. It's okay, but you must fight to uplift the suara positivity as much as you can. Okay, daripada Najmi, daripada YouTube, Assalamualaikum, Waalaikumsalam. Makanan manis berkalori rendah dengan makanan sihat berkalori tinggi, manakah baik untuk badan? Dua-dua ada peranan. Makanan yang manis but berkalori rendah mungkin kuantitinya kecil, but makanan yang sihat berkalori tinggi, macam avocado and all yang mungkin mengandungi lemak yang banyak. So again, it's not to say one is better than the other. I don't believe there is makanan yang baik dengan makanan yang jahat. Semua makanan ada fungsinya. Even popcorn, kerepek, keropok, ice cream, I would not label it as makanan yang jahat. Dia makanan yang menggembirakan. Dia ada fungsinya. But it's our job to again menilai apakah maklumat kita memakan makanan tersebut supaya it is not benda yang kita label dengan baik or buruk. Yeah, it's all about keseimbangan. Daripada Aimi Liana KZ, how to reduce cholesterol level? Ada apa makanan to reduce selain oats? Now, cholesterol is kurnia di sebalik, in my opinion. And cholesterol is something that you can mengawal as long as you memahaminya. You cannot mengawal suatu perkara if you don't know what it is. Cholesterol generally tak jahat. It's just that kalau berlebihan, like anything else, then dia membawa masalah. Untuk mengurangkannya, of course, kawalan berat badan, bersenam, makanan yang berfiber, can be oats atau makanan yang lain, and of course, kurangkan makanan yang berkolesterol. At the same time juga rujuk kepada doktor untuk makan, statins and blockers dan sebagainya untuk mengawal keadaan. Stress is peranan yang besar as well. Genetik juga memainkan peranan. But if you tak jaga berat badan, you tak bersenam, you tak sihat, you melepas tangan, dan you mengundang pelbagai comorbidities, termasuk kolesterol, high blood pressure, kencing manis, yang semua agak sangkut paut dengan benda yang sama. And if you have masalah kolesterol because of genetics, which could be, you could be berat badan ideal, but makanan kurang sihat plus your faktor genetic that you bermasalah juga. So same thing juga, kena be waspada terhadap makanan yang berkolesterol dengan makanan yang tidak berkolesterol. So paling kurang kita mengurangkan pengambilan kolesterol pada makanan. So let me give you again kisah si lembu. Si lembu berkolesterol. Yes, si lembu makan apa hari-hari? Rumput. Rumput berkolesterol? No. So because the cholesterol comes from dalaman, so it's not just about sumber makanan semata-mata, but it's about pelbagai faktor. Again, si lembu tu agak obes and agak malas. So again, kolesterol of course terkandung di dalamnya, but semua haiwan mengandungi kolesterol, semua sumber bukan haiwan tidak berkolesterol. So again, durian bukan haiwan, tak berkolesterol. Nasi lemak, santan bukan haiwan, tak berkolesterol. French fries McDonald's pun tidak berkolesterol. Why? It's kentang and minyak sayuran. Does not mean it's sehat. Again, it is just soal there is no cholesterol because again there is no sumber haiwan dalam the resepenya. Again, kolesterol is sejenis lemak, tak semua lemak berkolesterol. Okay, Syari Ain, yeah, one of our superstars. Coach, macam mana cara untuk menewaskan Plateau ketika menurunkan berat badan? Plateau is always istilah yang cepat dilontarkan oleh para peserta bila nak kurangkan berat badan. Contohnya macam ni, now our program masuk minggu yang ketiga sudah. So usually minggu pertama kurang berat badan. Minggu kedua kurang berat badan. Minggu ketiga kurang berat badan. Minggu keempat tak turun berat badan. Plateau. Panggil, Mama, aku dah plateau, tak boleh buat apa, dah cuba macam-macam, boleh order pisang goreng cheese kegemaran. Jangan cepat melontarkan istilah plateau. Plateau is not really minggu ke minggu, because minggu ke minggu, or even hari ke hari, macam-macam boleh terjadi because of, again, water retention badan. Yes, Raphael, I did not do it. I am live right now talking to the world and you are interfering and asking me something about your games. You can say hi, cepat. This boy, I tell you, hello. What do you want? You want me to check your... Rahim. One second. Sorry, night lorry lah, bro. This one, is it? Oh, sorry, I've got to press the wrong link. Okay, do one more. Okay, done.
Okay, enjoy the talk with my dad. He's a very good father.
Okay, I love you too. Yeah, so again, long story short, Sherry, jangan cepat lontarkan istilah plateau kalau dia jangka masa yang pendek. But if dah berbulan-bulan buat benda yang sama, makanan bagus, naman bagus, tak kurang-kurang berat juga. Again, semak inch loss. Kalau ada inch loss but no weight loss, bukan plateau in my books. And if the inch loss pun tak ada juga, then my advice is start to menilai the quality of the quantity calorie, menilai quality tidur, menilai quality senaman, mempelbagaikan diet. So sometimes buat diet yang mengejutkan badan sikit, macam IF or keto or puasa is good because it helps you to sort of shake things up, especially your insulin dan sebagainya. So if you always do the same thing, bulan ke bulan, there is sometimes good to do benda yang lain as well. And jangan memperkecilkan kepentingan berehat, to just allow your body to recover mentally and physical. All the wear and tear tends to create inflammation juga. So again, trial and error to break through the plateau. Okay, question here daripada Nana. Salam coach, waalaikumsalam. Nak tanya berkaitan pembakaran kalori. Selain heart rate kita semasa bersukan, apa yang dipengaruhi jumlah kalori yang dibakar? if kita buat dua sukan yang berlainan tapi heart rate yang sama, adakah pembakaran kalori sama? Now, jumlah pembakaran kalori per hour semasa bersenam really depends on, yes, kadar degupan jantung, durasi jangka masa senaman, and berat badan seseorang. So, if seseorang yang berberat badan berlebihan, macam kenderaan yang besar, buat RPM heart rate yang sama, kereta yang besar akan burn more calorie berbanding dengan kenderaan yang kecil. So yes, quote unquote, your heart rate monitors will basically mengira jumlah pembakaran kalori based on your berat that you key in pada permulaan, your jantina nombor 2, and nombor 3 would be the heart rate intensity semasa bersenam. So now, of course, faktor cuaca panas tak panas memainkan peranan juga. But at the end of the day, if the cuaca is kurang selesa, panas or very cold, then your body kena melawan keadaan cuaca. You burn more calories, but you cannot bersenam se-intensely macam dalam keadaan berhawa dingin. So your heart rate will be much higher outdoor versus indoor kalau you buat senaman dengan kelajuan larian yang sama. So again, to answer your question, kita buat dua sukan yang berlainan, but heart rate yang sama, adakah pembakaran kalori sama? In theory, yes, it will be the same. Okay, Cik Puan Mas, salam coach. Ada cadangan gerakan yang boleh dilakukan di pejabat waktu rehat, sebab selalu di pejabat notis jumlah pergerakan agak kurang compared to hari cuti. My advice, Cik Puan, is to not focus on senaman that you can do the office when you have 5 minit ke apa. My advice is cuba allocate, dedikasikan masa 30 minit sehari if you can, di luar waktu pejabat untuk betul-betul bersenam. Because if you niat nak buat lompatan bintang 20 kali bila ada ruang antara waktu pejabat ke apa, you will not do it and takkan terlaksana. And I would rather you just aktifkan diri di office, take the stairs, park your car a bit further away, walk to the office, walk to your lunch. Just move. The more you move, the more you burn. Kalau again contohnya tak ada ruang langsung untuk bersenam in your day, but I would rather again you cuba mengawal, mengatur your jadual supaya you can mendedikasikan ruang untuk senaman yang berkualiti supaya tak ada gangguan kerja dan seterusnya. You know, I once had an interview with a radio DJ, and she used to do this public service announcements or try and squeeze in like 10 jumping jacks in between your knee here and there. I told her, nobody does this. Even you don't do this. Why do you say things that at the end of the day people don't really do? Because it's not practical. No one's going to suddenly get up in the office and do 10 jumping jacks just like that. Maybe they do it once in a blue moon, but it is not benda yang you will do consistently hari ke hari, melainkan the whole company every morning does senaman regangan. And I used to work in Proton where there was a Japanese culture, and every morning there was a public service announcement in Proton where semua orang kena buat senaman regangan ringan. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, angkat kaki, 1, 2, 3. But people pun don't do it because it's just macam paksaan, and it is tak berkesan dari segi untuk betul-betul mengaktifkan diri. You have to dedicate time untuk menjayakannya buat diri sendiri. If you do not, time will mengawal diri anda and you will menyesal suatu hari nanti. You have to mengawal masa so that you can make the time. Otherwise, life will control you, termasuk your kesihatan, and it does not membantu you ke arah yang you harapkan. You have to learn to say no. to make time. If you always, yes, okay, boss, baiklah, saya boleh cuba lagi. You will just compound more and more things into your life, and it will eat you, not just physically, but mentally. You will start to stress and burn out very quickly juga. Alright, so daripada Intan Farah Alwi, Assalamualaikum salam. Since I've started my weight loss journey, I started doing exercise quite often, usually after Isya. Tapi I perasan during morning and mid-morning, I akan kerap sleepy agak-agak. Kenapa ya, coach? Even dulu if tidur lambat, I still okay. Not sleepy during the morning. Yeah, that is the problem dengan senaman malam. If you bersenam malam, but dia tak kacau kualiti tidur Intan, then tak ada masalah. But if you bersenam malam and somehow it mengacau your quality tidur because the fatigue is a bit more profound compared to tidur tanpa sebelum tu bersenam, then it's not something that I would galakkan on a continuous basis. And that was the issue dengan senaman malam membunuh. It's not soal senaman malam, it's soal senaman malam mengacau the quality of your sleep and will membawa kepada stres kehidupan yang berlebihan. Jangan memperkecilkan kepentingan tidur dalam usaha Intan, kawan-kawan kita, untuk mengekalkan perjuangan kurus. It's really important to menilai and look after your rest, terutamanya pada waktu malam. All right, let's go. NJ, Assalamualaikum salam. How are you tonight? I am doing good. What will you suggest as a workout, and what training should I focus if I am going to memanjat Kinabalu in 1 or 2 months? Wow, yeah. Now, if you're going to go for Mount Kinabalu, I know you quite well from our program. I would really focus on, of course, in your case, continue the weight loss journey to meringankan beban to basically go up the mountain. And of course, the training that I would galakkan NJ to do is to look at smaller bukit bukau di kawasan Klang Valley. At the same time as well, look at your lower body strength to help you to, again, menaikkan beban. So lower body strength can be at the gym, to work on your quads, work on your hamstrings, work on your glutes. Overall, total body workout penting juga. Posture badan sangat penting. Learn how to go up stairs properly, which we talked about in our community sebulan dua yang lepas. I posted the video tu juga kan, thanks to you. So posture is really important, because when you go for an adventure macam Mount Kinabalu, which I haven't done so personally, but it's not soal sejam dua. This is soal berjam-jam going up and berjam-jam again coming down. So endurance, cardiovascular fitness is important. Having a heart rate monitor to monitor kemampuan is really important. I would have a plan and be with a group or a guide so you can pace yourself supaya you tak terkejar-kejar. The biggest challenge sometimes is not just going up to the mountain. Sometimes the bigger challenge is coming back down, and posture to turun tangga and turun the mountain pun is a challenge all by itself as well. Supaya your shins, your keting, and your betis don't have to work overtime, which will then lead to cramping. At the same time, juga, of course, get proper shoes, which I'm sure you will. Get proper hiking shoes, which are not the same as running or training shoes. Dia sama macam hybrid antara kedua-duanya, because you do want to use it for quite a long time, but you want sturdy knee. But I'm sure you'll do fine. If you want to talk about it more, nanti just post a question in our community, or perhaps we can do a hiking-based workout during one of the live workouts bersama juga. All the best. Okay. I personally have been wanting to do ABC, Annapura Base Camp, or Everest Base Camp. I'll probably do the Annapurna base camp because I don't want to fly to, what is it, Poka, Purna, the one where you have to go to the crazy airport. So I might just go ABC base camp because tak perlu naik another flight from Kathmandu. But when I inquired with the travel agencies and the people who are there in Nepal, basically you don't need supreme level of fitness to do the Annapurna base camp or the Everest base camp. And base camp, talking about base camp dekat bawah, not the puncak Gunung Everest, which is a whole different animal. But generally, you can go at your own pace. There's lots of stops along the way. Hence, having a group that is agak sekepala is important so that the kelajuan tu is sesuai dengan objectivity. And keselamatan is really the most important thing. And no matter how fit you are, if you get mountain sickness, then you still have to come back down semula juga. Yeah, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that if masa mengizinkan, I'll be able to do my own Annapurna base camp, and then one day when my kids are a bit older, do the Kota Kinabalu mountain as well. Okay, daripada Dang Ayu, Assalamualaikum salam. Macam mana nak mengatasi rasa nak makan benda yang merepek? Contohnya nak makan instant noodle. Now, makan benda yang merepek, like kerepek and all, should be something that you makan hari-hari. And I makan benda tu hari-hari, but you cannot makan it sebelum you makan benda yang mengenyangkan. If you makan the benda yang merepek first, like your ice cream, your instant noodle, and because dia menggembirakan, tak mengenyangkan, tak kenyang-kenyang kau. Because again, it's simple sugar, not complex carbohydrates, no fiber, no protein. So what I do, always mendahulukan makanan yang mengenyangkan dulu. Your oats, your brown bread, your fiber, your protein dulu. And then lepas tu baru you melayan benda yang merepek, yang menggembirakan. And I promise you, once you dah makan yang mengenyangkan tu, it will help you to mengawal jumlah pengambilan benda yang quote-unquote merepek but menggembirakan, but you takkan makan sebanyak that you would otherwise. Yeah, do give that a try. Okay, next daripada Tun Hayati Sabrina. Adakah makanan banyak fiber boleh menyebabkan senak and pedih ulu hati? Now, boleh, like sembelit, because fiber is sesuatu that your body cannot digest. So you kena bayangkan kalau you pernah naik gajah and you look at gajah tu melawas and you can see the fiber keluar daripada najis si gajah. And it's the same thing for us. Kita melawas, kita punya najis ada shake because of fiber. But if you have too much fiber and kurang air, the fiber ni is kering keras, so it can make things quite difficult juga. So kesederhanaan is still diutamakan, tak kira benda yang sihat ke kurang sihat, and you must know how to get rid of the fiber, which can be dengan melawas dengan kerap, ya, kena mungkin dengan lemon juice ke, caffeine ke, laxative ke, air ke, tea ke. Tea and coffee are very laxative and diuretic. Dia menggalakkan pembuangan air, boleh melancarkan sistem pelawasan as well. And if you are seseorang yang banyak makan fiber, memahamilah bahawa your body cannot menghadamkannya, and dia cannot peluk pokok tiba-tiba. So you have to membantu the badan to menyingkirkannya, but you need to have a lot of water. So if you buang air besar and dia agak macam berterabung kau, that's usually air ada, fiber tak ada. Kalau dia keluar macam pisang yang agak muda, kering keras, fiber ada, air tak cukup. Kalau dia keluar yang macam pisang yang tua, yang agak lembut, tak payah tekan, you should know what you are getting. But that generally means the fiber ada and the air pun ada. So when you do buang air yang besar, think about me and feel the melawas tu macam mana rupa parasnya. And again, you want to aim for pisang yang agak tua sikit. supaya yes, there's shade from the fiber, but cukup air yang you minum untuk then membuang. So everything again in moderation. Yeah, and one question about sikit pasal BSK sekolah. How does the school get involved? What are the activities? Yeah, we have an NGO called Pertubuhan Pencegahan Obesity Kanak-kanak and Dewasa, and kita bekerjasama dengan pelbagai sekolah, and we've been trying to berkolaborasi dengan Kementerian Kesihatan juga, which is a cabaran all by itself. And our matlamat is to membantu pihak sekolah untuk menyertai our bukan soal kurus program dengan percuma. We have currently about 100 sekolah yang terlibat sama, which sounds really great, but the penglibatan of the warga sekolah di sekolah masing-masing is kurang memberangsangkan, and it goes back to the soalan of Afifa tadi, how do we get them to be involved? It is not something that we can force. It's not something that should be forced. It should be something yang dialu-alukan oleh pihak sekolah dan warga untuk PIBG dan para anak-anak menyertanya. But yeah, our NGO is quite new, only about 2 tahun lebih sahaja, and we are still trying to find what is the best way untuk engage pelbagai sekolah untuk menyertai our activities. I do melawat pelbagai sekolah seluruh Malaysia dari masa ke semasa. Usually sebulan tu ada 1-2 lawatan. Ya, so kalau anda mewakili mana-mana sekolah, sangat dialu-alukan untuk reach out to us via bukansoalkurus.com untuk menjemput saya ke sekolah anda juga. Ia percuma, hanya perlukan sumbangan ikhlas kepada NGO kami. But the problem with me melawat sekolah is that it's not gonna fix much in terms of masalah obesity kanak-kanak di Malaysia, which is masalah yang sangat meluas. But selain daripada engagement dengan sekolah, kita juga berkolaborasi dengan pihak Kementerian Belia dan Sukan untuk mewujudkan ataupun cuba mewujudkan rangkaian sukan-sukan community yang berjalan sepanjang tahun di seluruh Malaysia untuk setiap kebolehan pelajar. Because the problem in Malaysia kadang-kadang is that hanya mereka yang layak wakil sekolah ada peluang untuk bertanding dan bermain sukan. Yang lain-lain just main-main kosong dekat sekolah kalau diberi peluang pun, and then kurang memberi motivasi kepada mereka untuk teruskan latihan tersebut. So the problem obesity bermula di bangku sekolah sebenarnya. So our long-term niat is to cuba fix some of the fundamental masalah di sekolah untuk mengaktifkan warga sekolah seboleh-bolehnya. And when I say warga sekolah, it's not just kanak-kanak or para pelajar. It must be everyone. Because if the pelajar aktif, but the parents tak aktif, dan bila datang rumah aja dan dia banyak bertemu dengan halangan dan cabaran yang tidak mengizinkan anak-anak ini untuk aktifkan diri. So we are trying to tackle the community, which is again the pelajar, the cikgu sekolah, the PIBG, pihak pentadbir. But again, all the things that I said are very easy to say, but to mewujudkan program yang meluas, yang memberi impact yang besar kepada ratusan sekolah at one time is mencabar. And if sesiapa di sini mewakili mana-mana institusi yang mempunyai dana untuk kolaborasi dengan our NGO, ya sangat dialu-alukan because we have big dreams, but being an NGO, we rely on sumbangan dan kolaborasi dengan pelbagai sektor korporat. And I am very poor at asking for money from people when it comes to the corporate sector. So I'm not good at that. So if you again have kepakaran dalam bidang tersebut and would like to help us out with that, juga pun sangat dialu-alukan. All right, so let's move on. It's 8:46. Thank you so much for all the questions. Yeah, let's do a few more soalan and then we'll see what's up. Okay, daripada Kamarul, daripada Facebook. Hi Coach, hi. Salah satu cara weight loss adalah enjoy, relax and no stress yang membantu proses penurunan dan hasilnya akan bertahan lama. Betulkah apa yang saya buat itu Coach? Now, untuk kurangkan berat badan, enjoy, relax and no stress is penting, but it's not segala-galanya. It has life. This is not just about kurus, ya. For me, this is about kehidupan. Kehidupan must enjoy, must relax, and must have, I would not say no stress. There's no such thing as no stress. There is always some stress. Without stress, there is no progress. But if it's too much stress, then it will suppress your life. So ada tekanan, stress, pushes you ke arah kemajuan, which I rasa is penting. But dalam kehidupan, must enjoy, must relax, must have some stress, must have some cabaran, and you must look at life, you must look at kesihatan as cabaran. If it is mudah, macam you order makanan delivery, you tak menghargai once the makanan tu sampai. But if you mencabar diri, you look at life sebagai cabaran, you work for it dengan berkekalan, then you appreciate apa yang you memperolehi. And it's the same thing juga dengan kesihatan. If you just enjoy, just relax, and no stress, and you have no push factor, susah. I once spoke to a client and her life was too easy. So her life was too selesa. Tinggal dekat luar bandar, tak ada tekanan, surrounding was relaxed, everything was, so there's no push factor untuk pushing her ke arah yang lebih cergas because her surroundings are so quote-unquote relaxed. I stay in Mont Kiara, yang mahal, because I told my wife at the beginning of our marriage, yes, we can move to luar bandar, buy a landed property, build a house, and live there. But I have no pressure. I have no, the rush of the city to tak ada, and I don't know if I can then memajukan diri. So I decided, let's stay in Mont Kiara, where everything is so fast-paced. Supaya when I go out of my house, I feel the rush of penyumbangan kepada society, penyumbangan kepada kerjaya. So yeah, you have to tempatkan diri dalam tempat yang menyokong your usaha and matlamat. So again, if you nak mencari kecergasan diri, you nak memajukan kesihatan diri, you have to menyertai some kind of community, gym ke, our program ke, luar ke, yang mempunyai matlamat haluan dan usaha yang sama, so everybody moves to the same purpose. If you nak quit smoking, but you bersama dengan orang yang merokok, susah. It's too easy, it's too relaxed, there's no push factor to push you ke arah yang lebih sihat. I janji everyone here, if you lived in my house, if you live with me for 1 year, I janji you after 1 year, you will be fit and quote-unquote kurus, and you will have tabiat pemakanan yang sama dengan I, because I will force you to live how I live, just like my kids and my wife all generally do what I do, because it's consistent. And it's a hari-hari, there's a balance of good and not good in terms of makanan ke apa. But it's consistent. So my kids are so active because I'm so active. They know nothing else other than being active. That's their whole life. Because that's their environment. So when it comes to, again, kesihatan, long story short, you have to tempatkan diri you dalam persekitaran yang sama supaya ia memudahkan, dia tak menjamin, memudahkan anda untuk mencapai apa yang anda ingin capai. Okay, I'm going to scroll down sikit lagi. I'm going to scroll down. Yeah, Raphael is getting bigger. Yeah, my kids joined the dodgeball lagi. They love it because they are not afraid of the cabaran. They love the the thrill of dodgeball. And if you want to join our dodgeball game, our next dodgeball game is satu hari bulan Oktober, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. dekat Forum 19 Petaling Jaya. Yeah, you can again melayari bukan soal kurus Instagram untuk mendapatkan lebih banyak informasi. Alright, let me see any soalan yang lain daripada yang lain. Let me see what we have here. Okay, Amirul, Coach, apa rutin workout Coach seharian dan berapa hari rest? Boleh kongsi tak? Now, I don't exercise every day. On average, maybe 3-4 kali seminggu. There will be weeks where I bersenam 5 kali. There will be weeks where I bersenam 4 kali. There will be 3, 2, 1. Kosong pun ada kadang-kadangnya. I like to work out in the morning because I like to start off fresh. But again, my routine and your routine is not the same. I have no office to go to. I'm in my office at home right now. So my mornings are usually quite free that way. I like kebelakangan. If I do work out, I like to go to my gym at my apartment. It's free, tak payah bayar apa. And I always believe that as long as you know how to use the equipment, any gym is really the best gym. The best gym is the gym that you can get to. There's no point you daftar dengan gym yang paling canggih, but you can never get to it. So I work out in my condo gym because it's accessible and generally okay for my usage. Selain itu, I play a lot of tennis at my daughter's tennis academy. So I volunteer there as a free volunteer coach / ball picker. And I drill and practice with the kids and the juniors kadang-kadang. So that's usually my afternoon routine. I hate jogging, but I do jog once a week or once a month or twice a month around Monkiara if I have to, for cardiovascular fitness. I love sports. So I love badminton, dodgeball, tennis, table tennis. Yeah, so I'm more of a action sports kind of guy. I don't like long distance endurance, bicycle rides and all. If you enjoy it, again, suka hati engkau. The best senaman is kebelakangan. I enjoy variety. And yes, Amirul, I sangat utamakan kepentingan berehat in my life. So one of the things that I do very disciplinedly since I was in Form 4, I think, is I sleep really early. I go to bed. I am in bed around 9:30. So once we are done, I wrap things off. I go to bed by about 9:30, but I don't sleep immediately. I would just lie down, watch TV sikit to get myself ready for rest. Then around 10:30, 11, I will fall asleep, really relaxed, and then wake up tomorrow, usually around 6:30, 7:30, within that range. And that's my general routine. I have a very boring life. I love my boring life because I'm a person that likes routine, and I spend a lot of time with the people that I love, which are my kids and my wife at home. So yeah, if you offer me a job that pays million ringgit a year, but I have to leave this house with my family, I will probably decline because yeah, I am really enjoying my simple life right now. Okay, yeah, hi from Singapore. Okay, let me scroll down, skip. Maybe I have like 2 more questions. Let me find something yang let's say lain daripada yang lain. Daripada Sharifah. Assalamualaikum. Thank you. You're welcome. Alhamdulillah saya berjaya mengawal asma saya. Dah seminggu saya cuba kawal asma sehingga saya tak dapat. Now again, as I mentioned last week juga, if you have asma, it is not a death sentence, but you have to learn to mengawal asma dengan menguatkan kecergasan kesihatan and sistem imunisasi diri. Jangan serah diri and let asma mengawal your life. Yeah, and then question here, Siti Aisyah. Hi Coach, apakah aktiviti dan makanan yang boleh meningkatkan metabolisme? Again, metabolisme is jumlah kadar pembakaran kalori seharian badan nak bakar lebih banyak, just do more. Tak semestinya aktiviti yang remeh temeh. There was a question on Instagram, direct message. They asked me, Cik Kevin, should I buy mesin yang gegaran yang berdiri tu tak? Berbaloi tak nak beli? I cakap dengan beliau, please do not waste your money. Not because you won't burn more calories dengan berdiri menggigil macam tu. Of course you will burn more calories berdiri dengan menggigil daripada berdiri sempoi je. But why do you want to buy something that meningkatkan pembakaran kalori dengan berdiri gegar if you can just walk and bakar more kalori, naik turun tangga bakar more kalori, house chores, mop, bersihkan rumah, bersukan ke apa, and kebarangkalian if you have that plate gegaran di rumah, kebarangkalian besar, you only pakai mungkin untuk 1, 2, 3 kali sahaja because the idea macam menarik, but the reality-nya is tak pakai pun. Yeah, so the end of the day, you need to have an understanding of how the things work. They don't lie to you, but dia kadang-kadang mempermainkan keadaan. I pun pernah pura-pura dekat, they have the sales on the concourse floor dekat the shopping mall. So I pura-pura to try out the machine gegaran by one of the brands, and the salesperson obviously is trained to sell. And dia cakap dengan I, oh you pakai ni, you boleh bakar X kalori, nanti sure boleh kurangkan berat badan dengan cepat 2-3 kilo seminggu ke apa. So they say all of these things. These are all triggers to sort of they understand what is your harapan. Yeah, and your harapan is to berdiri on the machine, jatuhnya lemak kiri kanan engkau, but yang jatuhnya is only duit engkau je. But they know what you want. And they know how to trigger you to make you, melaburkan that money because the dream is stronger than perhaps the logic pada ketika itu. So yeah, again, jangan overcomplicate uncomplicated things. It does not mean the mesin tu menipu anda. It's just that it is not semudah yang perhaps you sangkakan. All right, so let me see. Maybe I can do one more question di sini. Yeah, one more here. Okay, from Cahaya. Assalamualaikum, waalaikumsalam. Gaining weight is easier than losing. And I know it's me versus me, but I get unmotivated or demotivated easily. How to make ourselves stay consistent throughout? Now, to stay consistent, you need to find a balance in your life that menyokong konsistensi supaya ia boleh menjadi tabiat jangka masa yang berpanjangan. I always say this, kejayaan kekeluargaan, kewangan, pekerjaan, kesihatan, it's not soal what you do dalam jangka masa yang pendek. It is about jangka masa yang berpanjangan. But giving you an example of kewangan juga, you cannot just kemut diri sebulan untuk simpan duit setahun. You have to build a plan untuk berbelanja, menyimpan, look at kemampuan supaya benda tu is selari dengan objectivity, but dijadikan dan matlamat jangka masa yang berpanjangan. But also remember, there will be times when ada benda rosak, kena beli ini, kena ada maintenance ke apa. So there has to be pemahaman bahawa perjuangan tu takkan sempurna. Pemakanan takkan sempurna. Senaman takkan sempurna. Kesihatan takkan sempurna. The biggest problem I always see in our program, minta maaf kepada para peserta, is that at the beginning, the semangat is yang paling bergelora untuk menjayakannya semalam, kalau boleh. But it's not sustainable to be that semangat untuk jangka masa yang berpanjangan. So my job always is to manage the expectation supaya you can spread out the motivasi untuk jangka masa yang berpanjangan. That is you versus you. But at the same time juga, kewangan, kekeluargaan, kerjaya, kesihatan needs persekitaran yang menyokong and reinforces your motivasi and usaha. If kewangan kau sesuai untuk tinggal luar bandar, but nak duduk di bandar juga, then susah. And again, if you nak life yang more nice and relaxed, but working in a industry yang high pressure, long hours, again, will clash. So your usaha and your execution and your surrounding need to be there to reinforce it perlahan-lahan supaya demi masa it becomes something yang second nature. I know it's cakap senang. And if it were to be that easy, semua orang dah motivasi sepanjang masa. Now, am I motivated sepanjang masa? You may think so if you don't know me and I don't know you. And that's the thing. Ramai orang always lihat apa yang mereka lihat melalui kaca computer, lensa, social media. It's not reality of everyone's life. It's just a small glimpse of one photo and one moment. Am I always happy? No. Am I always unhappy? No. Am I very blessed? Yes. Are you very blessed? I hope so. And it's easy to get down on diri sendiri if you focus your attention on benda yang negative. And everybody in life ada benda yang positive and negative. But if you asyik focus on the negativity, apa yang kau tak ada, apa yang kau patut ada, but tak ada, apa yang you hilang, apa kekurangan yang you ada, it will always pull you down ke tempat yang agak gelap. You have to focus on your blessings. What do you have? You have a family, you have a good job, you have health, maybe you are financially stable. Focus on the strength to counter the negativity. I janji dengan you, there's nobody in this world yang happy sokmo 24 jam, 365 hari setahun. Kalau ada orang tu gila, there's no such thing because life is balanced. And if you happy sokmo, then you will cari masalah juga because you bosan. And at the end of the day, it's a package deal, and you have to appreciate the downs to appreciate the highs, and di sebaliknya. And if you're currently dalam keadaan yang agak down, agak gelap, don't stay there, don't stop, don't just sit down there and wait for things to change. You have to slowly mengangkatkan diri and you have to move yourself forward. At the lowest point in my life was when my mother died, 2002. Within 1 week, I lost my mother. My car got stolen and I broke up with my then girlfriend. So 3 things. I was in the US. I was really depressed and I was really young and not very experienced with life. So I told myself in the mirror, this is heart-to-heart talk between me and the mirror. I told myself, Kevin, you have 2 options right now. A, you can let these 3 things, or really my mother's passing away was the hardest one. I told myself, A, you can let this ruin you and get you into a dark place where things will just get worse and nothing will solve anyways. It will just be lagi teruk. Or, Kevin, you can bangkitkan diri, you can find something positive to channel your negativity so that you can at least honor your mother in the future. So what I decided right then and there, I need something I can focus my energy on for long term. So I decided to sign up for a triathlon. I never did one before. I don't like running, don't like long distance stuff, but I figured it's something that will dedicate my time berbulan-bulan. So I registered for a triathlon in Massachusetts in the US. And I started training, swimming, biking, running, bulan ke bulan, just to get out of the house, just to find something positive to channel all of this negativity kepada. And even today, if I get stressed and things are negative, which normal, life can be disappointing, I exercise more. I exercise more to channel the negativity ke arah yang positive. So you must put dada in your own lives and find something that you can channel your negativity kepada. Don't tell me it's makanan, because if you channel your negativity ke arah makanan, you will kebarangkalian lagi compound your masalah, which will make it lagi besar. So you have to channel it kepada exercise. Is the easiest of it all, and it doesn't have to be any particular exercise. It can even be like what NJ wants to do, climb Mount Kinabalu ke apa, it gives you a sort of a long-term picture or not too far away to dedicate your time towards. All right. Okay. So I think we are good. Yeah. And thank you so much for all the question. I got one question here that's a bit different. You got, let's see, last one lah. Yeah, last one daripada Mish Coach. If you were given a chance to move back to Germany, will you stay in Malaysia or go back? If you ask me now, I would stay in Malaysia. But there are times where I would like to go back to Germany juga. Grass is always greener on the other side. Malaysia is a country that can be noisy. It's a bit, everybody wants to jaga kain orang lain, and it's Maria in that sense. Germany is a very boring country. Nobody cares about anyone but themselves, which is very peaceful, but you're very lonely as well. Malaysia is a negara yang we all like to know what everyone is doing, but it gets very loud and it gets very overwhelming and stressful. So yeah, I'm very Malaysia at heart, but kadang-kadangnya I like to get out of the country just to again remind myself there are other places selain daripada Malaysia, but Malaysia is home. All right, so thank you so much semua for joining me tonight. I hope that it was useful. Sekiranya anda punya soalan tak terjawab, jangan marah. Yeah, please join us again next week. Ask the question seawal-awalnya supaya it is up in the queue. And don't forget to share the session dengan kawan-kawan as well, even if you haven't done so yet. And kepada our warga BSK, bukan soal kurus, I'll see you guys tomorrow for a session in our community. And if you haven't joined us yet, yeah, please layari bukansoalkurus.com. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your Tuesday. Stay safe. Stay sehat. Assalamualaikum and have a great night. Bye. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night.